Yes, sir. Okay, this video here. Now this is about. Let's see here. My buddy, I had a talk with him last night, and he asked me to make a video and get my thoughts on this. So this is talking about discouraging others from learning certain languages, like in this case will be Cantonese. So there are 3 excuses. Okay, he said he had a conversation with a girl, and she was telling him that first of all, we all speak English, Mandarin, etc. Anyway, so why learn it? Why learn Cantonese? We speak English and Mandarin. You see, when I hear people talk like this, I don't really take them serious. I just say, yeah. Like if a person says to me, why you want to learn Cantonese? Why you want to learn Cantonese? It's useless. We know Mandarin English. Why I want to learn Cantonese? I'll just brush it off and say, yeah. I don't know. I just think it's an interesting language, and that's it. I don't try to go into debates because I consider it a source. And most people, it's probably not even their fault. It's not their fault that they think like that. It's probably because of their parents been telling them all these years, telling them that, well, yeah, this is useless, that useless. So I just kind of consider the source of that. So maybe it's just they just been hearing that from other people. So I'm not going to sit up here and go into detail why I'm learning Cantonese. I'm learning Cantonese because I want to learn Cantonese. That's it. I think it's interesting. That's it. I'm not about to go waste my time, because it's pretty much a waste of time trying to explain to people why you want to learn that language. Our second excuse is our language is useless. Again, going right back to what I was saying. It's useless to you, but it's not useless to me. That's fine if you think it's useless. But I feel interested. I want to explore in this language. I want to learn a lot about this language. This is something that I want to do. This is my choice. I don't care if you think it's useless. I'm not even going to ask you why you think it's useless, because it's wasting my time. So it's not useless, and I always talk about this. Some people may say that language is useless because you can't use it on a job. That's the main thing people look at. They look at it that you can't use it working somewhere. So you guys know how I feel about that. The third excuse, you will always have an accent, and since we are the same ethnicity, it's an embarrassment. So you always have an accent. Again, who cares? I don't care if I have an accent. If I speak with someone and they understand what I'm saying, if they understand it, then I'm content. If they can understand everything coming out of my mouth, 80%. If they can understand what I'm saying, then I'm happy, because then I know that we can communicate. We don't have any problems. Okay? But if they having a hard time saying, oh, I don't understand what you're saying, can you repeat that? Can you repeat that? And they keep asking me to repeat, then there's an obvious problem that I have to work on. Pronunciation, maybe tones. But if it's an accent, you sound like a foreigner, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Who cares if you have an accent? So it's like, I was having this conversation with my wife. You know, she would say stuff like, "Oh, she still sounds like you can still tell that she's a native of Chinese. She wants to sound like a native English." And I tell her, I mean, my wife, she speaks really good English. Like, she's been living here for 10+ years, has a job using English at work a lot. She can understand English well. I mean, there are certain things that she would say, "Huh? What is that?" And she would ask. But overall, her English is excellent. Her English is excellent, better than my Chinese. So I always tell her, why do you don't have to obtain such level. Like, you're already good enough. We can communicate. You can communicate with your boss. You can communicate with your colleagues. That's already important. You know, you understand. You guys understand each other. That's what we should be worried about. So who cares about this accent? I'm tired of people talking about different accents. Now, if it's, like I said, if it's about like some sort of a show or contest to see who has the best accent, then that's a different story. You know, I remember at OSU they had some sort of, I can't remember the name of it, but you get to go to these certain competitions for the language, and I guess having a good accent, Chinese accent, will, you know, it will contribute to your winnings, or if you end up winning and whatnot. But if this is not a contest. This is about communication. Learn the language, communicate with others. So I don't care about accents. When I speak, if you tell me that you can't understand what I'm saying, then that's when I know that we have a problem. And then since we're the same ethnicity, it's an embarrassment. That's some ignorant stuff right there. So again, I would just, I wouldn't even take it seriously. People that talk like that, I don't take them serious no more. I just rub it off and say, yeah, I just consider the source. That's all I do. So I have my own goals. I know what I want to achieve, and that's what I'm going to do. I have my own ambitions, and I'm not going to let anyone stand in the way of my ambitions. It's not going to happen. I don't care what you think. You think it's useless. You think this, think that. Hey, that's on you. So that's all I can say, man. I would just like brush it off. I know you learning Cantonese. Don't let them discourage you. Just keep learning Cantonese. It's only going to benefit you. It's only going to benefit you. I keep telling people this. Learning a language it opens up. It doesn't matter what. It can be Sanskrit, Latin. Anything you learn is going to open up some sort of door for you in the future. You don't know what Cantonese is going to do for you. So just continue learning Cantonese. Don't worry about what they're saying. So, excuse me. So yeah, that's my take on it. And what do you guys feel about it? These people just keep talking about accents and useless, and we're the same. That's some ignorant stuff. I mean, how do you guys feel about that? All right, that's it for this video.